Greetings, everyone. Today, gift under the Advent is a special session with Joergen, the one and only Dr. Dataverse. Joergen is a true hero in the Power Platform community, and he's here to unwrap one of the greatest community contribution, the brand new level up commands extension featuring the table analyzer tool. The tool is like an holiday miracle for the Dynamic 365 and the Power Platform admins because users and most importantly, developers, it helps you to analyze tables, optimize your data model, and make smarter design decisions, all while saving your time in a more festive fun. So grab your hot cocoa and settle in and level up your skills with the amazing tool because nothing says holiday cheers like making your solution smarter and faster. So over to you, Joergen.
Thanks, Ambesh, for the kind words. So last time I already showed the new version of Level Up, and I had some questions. For example, I don't see it. And the topic is, it depends on which browser you are using. So if you are using, for example, Chrome, and you're going there to the Chrome web store, you will still see the version that I mentioned before, which was valid for quite some years, with a very high rating. That's also, as you can see here in the screenshot, that's the old design. So there is not the new version available in the Chrome web store. You really have to be in the Edge extension store. If you search there for Level Up, you will find the where is it? The new version, which is version 4 and 4.13, which has been updated in September 2025. So this is the version I'm talking about, and where you have the ability to add commands and make sure that you're using the correct version. And even in Edge, some persons are using in Edge the Chrome Web Store and have enabled that they can also use Chrome extensions. So Edge is Chromium based, so it's working. Then you will have the old Level Up version in Edge as well. So make sure you really use the Edge add-ons version to get the newest extension. And when you have the newest extension, last time I showed you that you can open it up with the default in the bottom. You can also right click and say open sidebar, and then you have directly the toolbar and the commands available. So last time I shared the community helper and the field focus tool with you. Today I will share another one, which is a table explorer. But as said in the last video, and if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you have a look there or read the quick start, which is always available in each of my GitHub folders. For each of my tools, you need the helper. This must be enabled first, because here you have all the background information about UI, that all the tools are looking consistent. And if you don't run the helper, or if you refresh, so if I refresh this, and if I try now to open my tool, it will say helper overlay must be loaded. So if I click the helper, click it, now the field focus, which is already available, can be opened. And same applies for the tool that I will share today, the table explorer. As I said, write your own name in the top, add a little smiley, and paste the code that I have prepared for you in the JavaScript code editor, and click update command. Then you will see here your new icon. And if you click on the Table Explorer, this window will open. You have again the option For dark mode, light mode, you will have the logs. And this is one of my newer tools. I have also included some settings. So this will be updated also in other tools which are already available. Here, this setting will allow you, for example, to define this color scheme for light mode and dark mode to get your own colors. Then click Save or Reset to Defaults if you want to make some changes. So what can this tool do? So first of all, you have some buttons and a search. So with a search, you will see all the entities and you can select, for example, the account. And in the properties, you will see directly the advanced properties that are available in the Maker portal. When you click on advanced properties, where you can see what kind of table is it? Is this a standard table or an activity table? What is the schema name? Then also what is, for example, enabled, is SharePoint enabled, etc. Is feedback enabled or notes enabled? So you get these information, and every time you are on one of these tabs, you can click here in the search bar, and the search bar will not search in the entity, it will search in the details that are shown below. For example, if I enter forms, then can create forms is true, for example, or mobile offline filters. Here is form as well inside. This is what you will see. Here are also included the possibility to create some exports, which can be nice. For example, if you want to document your tables, so you can either click on JSON and then a JSON will be opened, or you can click MD and a markdown file will be prepared for you with the structure of the information that is here. Or you can create a CSV file and have just plain CSV. So the first tab is the properties, as I mentioned. Then I have the next three tabs. These are looking for the relationships. So I have one-to-N and N-to-one, which is mostly the same. And I have also N-to-N. You can see here the schema name, the referencing entity, also the name, the respective attribute, and you can scroll to the right where you can see some additional information. So, for example, if it's a custom relationship, or yeah, some other information. Here you can also filter. So if I want to see, for example, the invoice, I can find it very fast. I can export it. I can filter the different tables. And if you, for example, want to start with a reference entity, you can move it to the left by drag and drop, and you can reorder all the fields as you like it. So the order is completely up to you. And that's the order which is also then represented in the CSV files if you export it. Yeah, as I said, one-to-N, N-to-one, or N-to-N relationships, all with the same attributes. And the next one is forms. So I'm on the account table and I can see which forms are there. I see the ID of the form, and JavaScript is on the form, so I can load the JavaScript which is embedded on which form to see it in the JavaScript tab. So for example, if I click on my account tab, now it's loading the JavaScripts which are on this account form, and I can directly see it. The next one are the views, and I have the view IDs. I can see if it's a system view or if it's a personal view. And as the advanced find also prepares fetch XML, I can grab the fetch XML structure of this view, but I can also fetch the layout XML where the name of the column and the width of the column is specified. and you can download it. So if you want to see more information, and by click, it will just create you the fetch XML or the layout XML, which you can then open in any editor or to analyze it further. Then I have the fields where I get all the fields that are on this table, and I can export them as well. And I not only see the field names like logical or schema name, I have the type. I can see the display name. I can see if it's required or optional. And I have additional information like maximum length, if it's, for example, a text field, or a minimum value or maximum value for numbers. And I can see if it's a custom attribute or standard attribute. Then the next one are the option sets, where I have all the option set values with the respective value that are on this table. And I can export these. I can export a JSON. I can filter or search in it. So here the same applies if I have, for example, business rules enabled on this table, or plugins will be loaded. So I see if it's which stage the plugin will be triggered, if it's a synchronous or asynchronous plugin, and some additional information. JavaScript already mentioned. On process, these are business process flows. So for example, if I go to the case, and that's something I will add in the next version, search. So here you can see, for example, the phone to case process or the case to work order process, and I see if the status, if it's inactive or active. So this is as well shown. And at the top, which is not entity related, you have buttons to directly open, for example, the environment variables, and you can see here the names, the type, if it's a default, if it has a default value, and the current value for the respective environment. As well as you can open up the global choices, where you can see the details and then see the specific values and the numbers which are relevant for the global choices. Yeah, that's the Table Explorer, and I hope it will help to get a better understanding about your data model, which is one of my topics that I often present when I'm speaking, which fields are already there. So this really helps you to identify your data model.
A big thank you to Joergen, Dr. Dataverse, for sharing the expertise and bringing the incredible table analysis tool through the level of command extension. Your contribution continues to make the Power Platform community stronger and smarter. And thank you for joining today's Power Platform Advent Calendar session. We hope you enjoyed this learning gifts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this session with your network. Check out the video description for more details about the tool. Stay tuned. One video every day. Lots of learning ahead. Until the next time, keep learning, keep building, and keep leveling up your Power Platform skills. Goodbye.